Hi, this is Paul Briant with South Coast Yachts, the San Diego Beneteau dealer, and I'm going to do a walkthrough on this brand new 2024 Beneteau Oceanis 40.1. We're here at our facility here at South Coast Yachts at Safe Harbor at Sun Road Marina on Harbor Island. Just give you a shot. This beautiful marina. It's a beautiful late August afternoon, and I'm going to walk you through all the features of this boat. This is going to be an in-depth walkthrough, so if you don't want to see as much detail, it's going to be quite a long video. I'll do another quick video with just showing the outside and inside of the boat, probably less than 5 minutes, so I'll put a link to that video in this video. I'll also put more information, pricing and details about the options on this particular boat in the description, and also a link to our website, South Coast Yachts website, in the description. So come along with me on this walkthrough. I'm going to show you all the details and features of this boat. It's pretty loaded up, so come along with me on this walkthrough and enjoy. Thank you. So we'll start just with a quick view of the front of the exterior of the boat. So right away up at the bow you can see the fiberglass bowsprit. She's got a really nice sturdy support structure there to support the Code Zero asymmetric spinnaker as well as the anchor. What I love about this, I'll give you a shot of this close up. Look how the bow kind of sticks out of the water. There's a ton of reserve buoyancy here, so that ensures that no matter how much chain you put up in the bow, no matter how much weight you add to the boat, you're still going to have plenty of reserve buoyancy, which will stop the boat pitching bow down. She also has this chine forward, so that does a couple of things. That chine gives you more interior volume while still retaining the narrower water line. When you heel the boat over to a certain point, that chine then re-engages and you regain that initial stability. Kind of a win-win. Really a great design feature that the designers have incorporated. This boat has a Code Zero up here, so you can see the spinnaker halyard attached, and I'll give you a shot when we get closer on deck. You can see the chine going all the way along, so you can see how much it increases the interior volume of the boat while still retaining the narrow waterline. Chain plates here, very sturdily constructed, little pad eyes all around for attaching stuff. One of the little details that our guys do when they're commissioning the boat is they take out those pins with the rings on and put these blind screws in, so you don't have your dock lines and fender lines, etc., pulling the ring out and then pulling the pin out. So it's a good safety feature, because when that pin comes out and someone leans on this, over you go. So nice little design feature. We also put lana coat on all these threads. No rings through the turnbuckles. We put these Johnson Velcro tapes on here. So here's the hull number here, 2024 model. She has these, this is a new design feature, is these davits Beneteau started using. Really like them, very sturdy, lots of support structure there for your dinghy. Then of course it has this electric retractable swim platform here, and a nice big sturdy telescoping swim ladder. There is a space here that's kind of service access, hydraulic ram for the autopilot, and fiberglass propane tank right there. There is also life raft storage locker under the cockpit table. Big, huge storage space there. If you don't have a life raft, you could put a stand-up paddle board in there. I'll just give you a shot of the cockpit here. Spacious cockpit. This boat is twin wheel, twin rudder. So a lot of control. has these little flip up seats here. Also, when you're heeled over at sea, you can deploy those so the helmsman is standing on a flat level surface, so you don't have any wooden cleats on the deck to stub your toe on. This is the main helm control on the starboard side, and so you have all your controls here, your windlass, or your throttle control for your engine, gear shift and throttle control, bow thruster, engine start, stop, your remote anchor windlass control with a chain counter, and 2-speed Harken winch for your Genoa primary winches right there. Large cockpit table with these flip up leaves. They've got some nice features in the cockpit that I'll point out to you. Firstly, there's little, it's hard to see them right now because it's bright daylight, little LED lights in the cockpit, little courtesy lights, so that at night when you come on board there's plenty of light to be able to see. The little storage cooler here. They've got controls for your foredeck light and your courtesy lights here, as well as buttons up and down control for your electric swim platform. And then you've got similar controls over here. There's another Raymarine display over here. Raymarine 7-inch multifunction display that's chart plotter, radar, and of course it's repeated on the side as well. Chart plotter, radar, GPS, all that kind of thing. So you can do all your charting and navigation and everything from there. You can even control your stereo and that kind of thing. Nice little feature that everyone wants, of course, these days is this little USB, waterproof USB plug-in. So you can plug in 2 USB cords right here, and it's waterproof, so the cords can come out and you can put your phone or whatever device you want to charge right there via USB. So we'll just take a quick walk forward. Of course, electric primaries, as I mentioned. You've got an electric cabin top winch right here, and of course you can cross the lines over from that starboard winch to this port winch. Of course, everything's led back to the cockpit. No need to leave the cockpit to put your sails out or trim them. US spar in-mast furling mainsail. This boat does have a track if you wanted to go with a self-tacking jib. I'll point out another feature that our technical guys do that I really love, is all the wires coming out of the bottom of the mast for the radar, the steaming lights, navigation lights, VHF antenna, all that kind of thing. We put a braided stainless steel hose, hosing over that, and chafe protection where it goes into the mast so that jib sheets don't rub across them, they don't get degraded by ultraviolet light in the sunlight, people don't kick them and tear them. So big plus for our customers when those things don't get deteriorated. So walking up forward here very quickly, as I mentioned, composite bowsprit, really nice and sturdy. It's got an attachment point for asymmetric spinnaker all the way up forward there, and a code 0 right here. 104, 105% jib, nice big swivel on the delta anchor, quick anchor windlass, 12-volt anchor windlass, and it's got a remote here, and of course you can control that from the cockpit. And then 50 feet of chain, 300 feet of road, something like that anyway. It's close to those measurements. Just give you a shot back aft on the deck. You can see how wide the deck is. So the boat is a really big 40-footer, and that's part of that is to do with that chine that we saw. Enables much larger deck, more interior volume, etc., but still keep the narrower waterline. Give you a shot up the rig here. You can see the radar. We always mount our radars on a stainless steel mount so that the jib doesn't get knocked off with the jib like the cast aluminum ones sometimes do. You can stand on that thing. It's really, really strong. Two standard 2 flag halyards. This boat does come with the cockpit cushions. So that's the on deck. Let's go and take a look down below. So as usual, as we come down below, I'll give you a shot of the Salon. This is a light oak interior. So very bright, open and airy. And we'll start over here at the nav station. So all Raymarine electronics. So you've got your VHF handheld remote here. This boat is equipped with AIS transceiver, so receive and transmit on this boat. You have a Raymarine autopilot wireless remote control right there. There's a 2000 watt master volt inverter for microwave, TV, that kind of thing, all your outlets. Interestingly, for San Diego, this boat has a Webasto heat, so diesel heat, nice and quiet, silent. Uses very little power, very little diesel, but it heats the boat silently and very efficiently. This is your 12 volt DC panel, all your switches on here, and your Fusion Bluetooth stereo. You can also stream through this USB as well as charge from your mobile device. All the wiring, look how beautifully this is done. Everything's labeled here. And that brings up another thing that our technicians do when they commissioning the boat, is they label everything here. Fuel, water, aft water. So the boat has an 87 gallon fuel tank forward, 51 gallons of fuel aft, and 52 gallons of fuel aft. So in two separate water tanks. So that's something to look at when you're looking at different boats, if you've got that extra water tank on a 40 footer. So you can see here, everything's labeled nicely by our guys. Remote controls for the swim platform at the back, so you can be in the dinghy and lift the platform up. Large salon table there. And of course this converts to a bed, so there's a filler cushion that goes in there. It has this island seat that can move in and out. And we have the galley to starboard. 2-burner propane stove with oven and broiler in there. Microwave. This has a top loading fridge with a freezer compartment. It's actually a large freezer compartment. It's bigger than it looks. It goes all the way back here. And then front loading as well. So you can put big salad bowls, or jugs of milk, that kind of thing in there. 2 deep stainless steel sinks and plenty of storage space for all the stuff you need in a galley. There's also below floor storage under there. I know this video is going to be a little long because I'm showing you all these details. This boat, interestingly enough, is equipped with a lithium battery bank. So lift this up and show you the 2 lithium batteries right there, and of course there's space for more if you want to add them. Very, very nice feature. Also quick access right here to where your water tank, your water pump is, and also the switchovers for your 2 water tanks. Yanmar 45 horsepower marine diesel. This boat is direct drive. This is not a sail drive on this boat. It's direct drive. So 45 horsepower Yanmar. You've got your primary fuel filter here, very easy to get to bleed. It's got a pump on top to prime it if you ever run out of fuel. Secondary fuel filter there, and all your other filters at the back there. Coolant expansion tank, sea strainer, etc. Another interesting feature of this boat is that it is a 3-cabin, 2-head layout. Now that is not typical for us. We usually get the 3-cabin with 1 head here and no head or shower forward, but I'll show you that in a minute. So this has the head aft, the standard head. So this is a Jabsco quiet flush toilet, and then a separate stall shower. So this is not a wet head. It has its own shower stall here, so you can keep this nice and dry. I want to see my ugly mug in there. And of course sink vanity, and this can act as a day head because you've got a separate entrance here with a lock that the guests can use for this cabin. So this is the starboard guest cabin here. Nice large bed, and we have some of our safety gear here. This is the spinnaker right here, stored on the bunk. Big old locker right there for storage. Got our fire extinguisher and holding tank discharge right there. Big gravity discharge. So you open that and off it goes. Here's your diesel heat vent. So every cabin and salon, etc., is heated. Large access door on the side for the engine. Take a look at the port aft cabin. Same size as the starboard aft cabin. Nice large bed. You've got a port on the side there, overhead opening port, and another one there. So with all of these ports open, you've got great ventilation. I'm going to show you back here. This is where all the AC 110 volt AC controllers are, and a lot of the electronics. So there's your Raymarine autopilot brain. Under here, your master volt inverter, fire extinguisher, and then large storage locker on the side. There's all your safety gear and other equipment for the boat. Show you the 12 volt DC. Your main battery breaker is very easy to get to, and of course we've labeled everything to make it really easy for the customer to figure out what's what. Everything here is labeled. Your anchor windlasses, winches, inverter, cabin winch, all that kind of thing, inverter, everything labeled to make it a great experience for our customers. Let's go and take a look at the master cabin, and this is really the piece de resistance of this boat. This master cabin is probably as big as on our Oceanis 45, the previous model. It's a fantastic cabin. What I look at is the amount of space between the forward bulkhead door and the bed. And, you know, getting out of bed, trying to get dressed in the morning, a lot of 40-footers, you barely have space to stand here in this area. But I would say there's almost 5.5 feet here between the forward cabin door and the bunk. So nice big space. You've got plenty of area to get in and out of bed on either side. Not so much with this particular model, because this boat has the forward head and shower. So you can see here, there's the shower, separate stall shower. This is not a wet head, this is a separate stall shower. So we turned on the light, and you've got plenty of shelving for toiletry supplies, etc. There's your holding tank right there, and again, Jabsco quiet flush toilet. Another little feature that Beneteau adds, all the hatches and ports have these blackout shades and mosquito screen on the other side. So all of these, and there are lots of hatches in the Salon. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 opening hatches just in the Salon. Plenty of ventilation. So I'll just scan around here, give you another shot of the whole interior of the Salon. Again, my name is Paul Briant with South Coast Yachts, and you can find this boat on our website at scyachts.com, or email me at paul@scyachts.com, or call me on my cell phone, call or text anytime, 619-823-6186. Thank you so much for watching.